Hi. I got back from China last week. I've made some good progress on the CueCam beta, and I have a new affiliate scheme and some early discounts for November. So keep watching that and I'll show you. The most professional transition is to say This is Square's TV App Lab number 114, where I show you how to use the tools, where I usually show you how to use the tools I've created to look better on video. I'm Michael Forrest. I make Video Pencil, Shoot and CueCam Presenter. Video Pencil lets you go woo, Shoot lets you go ooh, look at that, I've got another camera, it's over here. And CueCam Presenter is what I'm presenting and live streaming from right now. So we got back from China last week. So I went with the with my partner and toddler of 20 months. So let's see. This was Harvey on the plane. He kind of did okay. Here's some Chinese public transport, which he's doing okay there. There was a lot of these big flights of stairs, and you had to keep going underground. So we had the push chair. This was not ideal. So I'm just gonna sort of show you the experience. There was a lot of going down these. This ramp was not. You couldn't get the push chair down it. So there was a lot of that. Harvey mostly liked the escalators. Whenever he saw one, he'd like run off towards it, and you go, "Hey, stop!" This is sorry, it's just going to be baby pictures. The trouble is, like, I didn't take many stream specific. Oh, there's a bit of an echo, is there? Oh, I know why there's an echo. I know why there'd be an echo. Let's mute this. Is there still an echo? Yeah, there's the music rig mic might have been picking me up. Sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, lots of pictures of Harvey because I didn't really want to show show loads of pictures of Sharon, really, which are the other ones that I've taken. Let me know if that echo's still there. This was a fun thing. John, you've seen this. We just sort of like came around this. What was it? The Centre for the National Centre for Performing Arts. So we saw this in the evening. Just loads of people kind of doing some evening workout instead of being in the pub, I guess. Here's Harvey at the Apple Store. Here's a giant hot pot. Here is just a street. Lots of these these scooters were everywhere and sort of all over the pavements and doing all that. Food was really good. Harvey had a lot of this dragon fruit, so that was sort of like the main thing he was eating in the morning. We saw some vaguely artistic stuff, but Zhongshan Park was nice, but to get to this park, we did have to show our passport 3 different times and go through like 5 different checkpoints and kept getting detoured, and we had to go under the underpass and round and up. So, because it's by the Forbidden City. So it was an interesting place. There's the Forbidden City. This was the exit to the Forbidden City. This was trying to come out. So yeah, there's plenty of people. Qianmen Street was cool. It had like a tram kind of coming up and down here. Lots of pandas at the hotel. Harvey kept getting given pandas for either having a tantrum or being cute. Either way. But yeah, this was sort of like the view from the hotel room, which was quite cool. I mean, they did turn off the light later, and the curtains can be closed. But I was like, hey, we live in a place that looks like China. But yeah, I'm not gonna say loads about it. It was weird because it was just like going to a city. We just went to Beijing. We didn't do a lot of stuff, and it was quite hard to really get anywhere with Harvey. So we tried to walk, but it's not the most walkable place. But definitely, just getting the hang of paying for things, getting the hang of ordering things when all you've got is your phone and like a translation app was interesting. And that was really the idea, to sort of see how see how the other half lives, you know. And then the journey home was pretty grueling. The way out, he was fine, but the way back, I got sick, which never happens. Sharon had a cold. Harvey the plane was really unpleasant, and like, so yeah, that was sort of like 10 hours of discomfort, and then like another like out, you know, it took ages to kind of get through, you know, to get out of the airport and get home. But then I'm just really glad to be home. This is our view. So it's nice to be out of that crazy city. But yeah, like an interesting experience, but already seems like, I don't know, a distant thing. And something that was nice about it, just having a little break, was some of the stuff I was doing before I left, I got to see them pay off before I'd moved on to the next 6 things. So that was kind of interesting. Right. So let's do a couple of updates. So the first thing, I've got some live streaming fixes, so there will be no more random live streaming failures. Basically, I had to do this YouTube quota thing. So this is the email chain of me kind of going back and forth with YouTube to try and get my API quota increased. But in the end, we have now gone from 990,000. No, we've gone from 10,000 like API calls, which was nothing because to use the chat, you were calling it every second. So if a couple of people were using the live streaming, it would just like could stop working. I put in a thing to make it a bit less, you know, like a poll a bit less. But now instead of 10,000 requests, we've got 1 million requests a day. So we should be all right now. So, but you see, yeah, that was a pretty big back and forth to try and get all that done. Stuff like they didn't like the icon. I was using the YouTube icon here and there. Anyway, so that's better. I've also got this affiliate scheme, so now you can offer 20% off. So what does that look like? It basically looks like you can now tell people, if you're an affiliate, get 20% off by going to YouTube, CueCam.app/MF or whatever your account name. So if you're not part of the scheme, then when you come to this page, so you can come to this page via your account. I won't show you my account page, but there's a big link on the my account page now. Click through to the affiliate link, affiliate scheme. Everyone gets a referral code. So you don't have to be part of the program to just stick CT equals your referral code. Everyone gets one of those. But if you want to give people 20% off, and have your own like special link that you can send people to, then just like there's a button to drop me an email, which pre-populates an email with like if you've got like a hide my email or anything like that, it'll just stick that in and it'll put in my kind of suggested ID, and then that will let me just add you to the affiliate scheme and you can get that link. And I've added a couple of people in already. I need to sort of reach out and tell you that exists. But yeah, so that is just something that I sorted out yesterday. As for the beta, I did edit some of this week's stream on the beta, although I did end up paying a price for that because I'd made a minor tweak to how the files are read and saved that sort of like weirdly broke slides if you saved them from the new version. Even though the data was all still there, it was kind of choking on the fact that I'd removed this field. So that took me like an hour of stress today to work out. So, there's still sort of bits and bobs, but I'm really glad that I figured out what that was, because I really didn't want people to be running the beta, running the normal version, suddenly like losing work, which was a danger. But yeah, that was one of the things I was most nervous about with the beta. But I can show you it. And actually, like, it is ready to download, but if you want to test it, basically you have to be experienced with the current version of CueCam so that you have the right expectations, and like you need to be able to then report like granular bugs on that. So I don't know if I've necessarily got anyone that can do that in my community at the moment, but like, let me know if I don't know, maybe there's 1 or 2 people that can do that, but it sort of like requires that the testing is like, has any of my stuff gone missing, which might be quite hard to figure out. But we'll see how we get on. But yeah, this is yeah, I mean, and then there's a list of my list isn't there. But yeah, let's have a look, and also I'll show you I'll show you the checklist as it stands. Oh, what did I just press? Oh, I just accidentally pressed that. um, what's left for the new engine? Let me just open this in a new window and then bring it back. So this is sort of like, this is all the little bits and bobs I've been fixing. So like music doesn't fade, sharing a video can, the playback doesn't start quite right when it doesn't automatically play. I haven't quite figured out how to get the first frame of the video. The layer recording needs to be just fixed back up again. Cut some thumbnails. The dragged in a video isn't found straight away. So I've got these little like bits and bobs, but it's nothing too crazy at this point. So, but yeah, like I'm sort of. I'm so nervous about putting this up, to be honest, but I don't know. At some point, I just have to bite the bullet. But here's the beta. I mean, basically, it looks the same, except it's got some weird stuff like why is it showing drawing with sound? Because that's weird. But you might see. Well, what's interesting is the current CueCam isn't. Oh no, maybe this is. Is this not showing the camera lot? Anyway. It should be the same, but some stuff like maybe I can show you with the beta, like stuff like the bullet points. This isn't going to look quite right, but if I sort of do this, you can see like the bullet points. It now kind of like uses up the whole space, and then when we go next, it sort of like brings up. It's sort of like it's a bit more elegant in the transition. It's such a small thing to show. We can sort of, if we had, we could do a screen share, like share an app, like notes, share notes, but then we could, what also works there. Did that not? Yeah. And then I don't know how much of this is it gonna actually be demonstratable? But yeah, it's sort of. Oh look, you can see it's sharing notes, but notes is all small. So let's just if we go. I mean, what is this notes? So you can have it the normal way like this, but you could also have it notes, right? And now it's a screen share within but this still needs some tweaking, but now it's like it can sit on a slide. So we've got the screen share. Look, hello, a screen share. And then that can have like, maybe we stick a spacer in and then it crashes. Yeah. So, we're not quite there with everything yet. So there it is. Hi, Jeff. Welcome. It's such a tricky thing, this beta, because I want to release something with no changes, which then begs the question, why has it stopped working? It worked before. So I'm just like really nervous about that. So also I'm reading this book. Max recommended this book, Who Not How, which is really the thesis is obviously like look for someone that can do the thing that you don't have to do everything yourself. Like you're taught that you have to do everything yourself, and me, I'm very much doing everything myself. But yeah, so I'm sort of quite conscious of how much I am doing everything myself. So even if I don't necessarily, this book, it's I think one of my issues with hiring, it's hard to start hiring because like you don't have enough money to hire. But then one of the things is like once you actually have more people, you're generating more revenue and they're paying for themselves. I think that's kind of like a basic mechanic of how this works. But I'm sort of like nervous about, I don't want to like exploit anyone as well. Like I'm nervous about kind of being the business owner and extracting the labor and all this kind of stuff. And then like in this book, there was a quote that was like, it is not exploitative to employ someone. It's I don't even know what it was, but then it was attributed to Ronald Reagan, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm not going to listen to his advice on what exploitation is. So anyway, not to go off on too much. It's got me conscious of how tiring all of doing everything myself is, and I'm just really starting to think like how can I? So if you're someone that can, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people I don't know watching this, but I think I do need to start articulating the team that I actually need so that I can start looking out for people, because it's just it's hard doing all this on my own, and there's so much stuff that could be done better by other people. This is a problem. Like, I can do some stuff well, but also like switching between writing and technical work, switching between performing and technical work. It's all a whole thing. Looking for anyway. There's stuff. If you this is like a vague plea for like if you but just I feel tired. Right? And I'm kind of like hoping to find a little bit of see if there's a way to kind of make that easier. And I think I'm just making it very hard by trying to do everything on my own. But anyway, the other thing that I was going to show you is I have seen some shops starting their Black Monday early, so I thought I'd do the same since it's quite hard to cut through the noise when you are solo. So I've just actually like done all my Black Friday stuff today. So you've got all of November. So what that means is shoot. If I just fire up the simulator I was just running, I can show you shoot what that looks like. Hopefully, let's go to the desktop. See if shoot is on this. Look at this buggy simulator. Oh dear. Is shoot on this one, or do I? Yeah, there we go. I thought so. So shoot. If you take a look. Shoot, look, it's running in Russian because I was testing something. Come on. So you should see in shoot like prices will show, and this is a little bit. Okay, you're gonna have to use your imagination. We got 20% off this one. We've got 40% off this one. We got 25% off this one. There's the browser remote thing. There's a discount code for this. Is all in the email and in the show note in the notes here, the description. Lifetime updates is 40% off. So if you want the shebang for shoot, it's currently like 60 quid instead of. That's right. So, and then Video Pencil similarly has a few discounts which aren't going to be like flagged up. The prices are lower, but it's not showing you what the old price was in the app at the moment until the next build comes through. If you're interested in the Deluge apps or Beat Sheet, there's you can use the discount code that's in the email, which is like Black Friday 2025, I think. So if you kind of put that in the coupon code at checkout, then that discount is active as well. And these are all basically available till the end of the month. So that's the I think I've just gone through and tried to discount everything. I did have a question about, I want to get the discount on a lifetime updates down payment, which is is fair, and it just means I've got to go and do some technical work to make that work. I'm always saying, like, you can look at some of the old videos on here, like the pricing stuff is complicated to implement, which makes me scared, and I had to like manually click through each time-consuming click through each in-app purchase today. But yeah, that's basically the news. I don't have a big production for you today. I was going to do something about podcasting, but I really wasn't feeling it. And I just decided to just like get all these discounts working instead. Discounts. Jeff asked discounts for new users only. Well, that's kind of the question that I'm sort of answering with this lifetime down payment thing. Yeah, I mean, the discounts are intended as like off your first month kind of thing usually. So like, but I might put them on like down payments for lifetime purchases as a sort of a bonus. But yeah, they're sort of like intended to bring you in rather than, I guess, I don't know how that would work with subscriptions and stuff. It's really for new people, for new sign-ups generally, or it's different. So your yearly ends at the end of this month. Does it automatically renew? Yes, Dan. It will just kind of bill you on whatever the rate you initially paid. So if you wanted to get if you wanted to yeah, so yeah, it's just going to sort of be at that price that it was at. This is good. A couple of questions. Because what I was thinking of doing was just because we've got I'm sort of I think I might just noodle because I finally set up my stuff. So my room has my stuff behind me, and it's nice because I'd put the piano over there and I couldn't really get to it anymore. But now I'm sort of like I can be sitting on my chair and just like turn around and kind of play on it. So I thought I might just improvise on the piano for 5 minutes and then love you and leave you. Guys, this is sorry, yes. If you have any more questions, I'll come back and have a look in a minute. But I'm just gonna like noodle for 2 minutes and then call it a night because I need to sort of rethink what this stream is because I can either sort of like start kind of redoing content or just like doing smaller nuggets of content that I've already done, which is quite hard for me to like enjoy. Or I just need a way to find. I think I need someone else to like talk to on these things. I think turning up and streaming on my own, I'm sort of reaching the limit of how much you or I can get out of that, and I think I need to rethink this thing in a more collaborative way and just see who might want to come on and like talk about something rather than just me kind of like yammering on about the thing I built and getting technical, because I think it's yeah, I know I know it's interesting to some, but it's not really like the point of this channel is help you get better at presenting, take away the friction to kind of doing this like exciting kind of live streaming and video calls and video production in a way that's much easier to do, which I just need to we need to be talking in terms of content creation and those kinds of conversations, and that's something that's quite that I just need to find a new tack towards. So I've turned up today not wanting to do the usual thing, but I need to I need to figure out what the new thing is. So any thoughts, feel free to like throw some ideas out. So there we are. I'm just going to turn around and like, yeah, Discord, by the way, if you want to say hi, we've got squares.tv/Discord, and I'm going to just like disappear off to the webcam. This is, I want to bring that exposure down a bit and maybe like make the lighting a bit more interesting. Should we like turn off the key light? Oh, of course the Stream Deck stopped working. The Stream Deck not working is not my fault. What if we did this? Would this be a bit more moody? What if we did this? Thanks, John. Right, I'm over here. And then I've just got to press this. And let's see what we get. This could be embarrassing. Might be alright though. Because I've mostly been listening. Oh, the delay was literally, there's some delay. There's a delay effect switched on. So, that's fun, isn't it? Because I've just been doing... been doing kids songs. I've just been playing for half it. Oh, I'll just do the usual thing, but on the black notes. No, on this. Embarrassing. Oops. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go. Oh, we're still watching. Okay, do we have any more thoughts? Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Ciao.